Hey guys, what's going on? Shadow of Nexus back here with another video, and we gotta talk about Xbox, because as of recent, the news that has been coming out about the next gen console and also Microsoft's new handheld console have been spreading like wildfire, and unfortunately I didn't really have the time to make a video before, but I really want to put my perspective on this because I am a PC gamer and also do play on Xbox as well. So yeah, guys, let's get right into it. So basically, we had an article that came out on Windows Central that basically says that the new Xbox will have a handheld, okay, for this year, and then the full next gen consoles are going to be coming out in 2027. But the interesting part about this is that Microsoft says that they're going to be combining a PC and a console. So this is very, very exciting, guys. If the console runs Windows, it's going to be a really, really good get here. I mean, this is kind of what Valve tried with the Steam machines, but it didn't really take off. However, I think that Microsoft will have a pretty good success rate if they do go this way here, guys, because honestly, a lot of gamers nowadays are having a very hard time finding graphics cards. Graphics cards are extremely difficult to find. You can see the 5000 series, the 7000 series. We have, the 9070 and the 9070 XT that just came out recently. It's very difficult to find. Even the Intel cards, Intel being, the graphics card company that barely makes that many GPUs, and they are being scalped as well, even though a lot of people don't really know about Intel even still making GPUs, which is pretty crazy that there are still people that are able to scalp these cards. And scalping is going to be a big issue, especially for PC gamers. Now, if Microsoft goes ahead and offers a comparative experience with a gaming PC of the same cost, this would be a very interesting thing. I know I made a video a couple years back to say don't buy a gaming PC, and the reason I made that video is because it was ridiculously difficult to get graphics cards. It was ridiculously difficult to get the top of the line processors. Things have kind of changed with processors, at least when I did make that video. It was during the pandemic. However, I have to say, guys, that this is a really, really interesting idea. Like I said, Valve tried this with the Steam machines, completely failed because, you had companies like Alienware, you had companies like, Acer, you had different companies like MSI making all their different Steam machines, and it just completely flopped. So here's the thing, guys. I mean, Microsoft is definitely looking at the Nintendo Switch and also the Steam Deck. And then we also have the Asus ROG Ally as well. That will probably be their inspiration for doing this. So apparently there's been some rumors saying that this is actually just going to be a ROG Ally that's going to be like, Microsoft approved. But there's also some other rumors here and there that are saying that it's not going to be a ROG Ally. It's just going to be a full-on console that you can play, Microsoft games on. But yeah, guys, we have to talk about physical games here because it looks like the next gen console is going to be all digital, and obviously the handheld is going to be all digital as well because you cannot put discs into this handheld, unfortunately. But yeah, guys, like I said in the past, that backwards compatibility on the Xbox systems are amazing. I mean, you can play so many games. A lot of the games that I played on my channel, like Gears of War, also like other games as well, like Prince of Persia. There's so many different games that you can play on backwards compatibility. You can play like original Xbox games. There's a lot of other games as well that I play, like Black and other games as well, like Ninja Gaiden. So, I mean, the backwards compatibility is a big deal, and as someone who owns like 40-ish Xbox games, I have to say that I am fairly disappointed that this console is going to be fully digital. I think that Microsoft will definitely miss out on some people here because I think some gamers, especially on Xbox, they do like that backwards compatibility aspect. Now, here's the thing, guys. If you own the game digitally and Microsoft lets you play the game on your PC console hybrid system, their next gen system, that would be pretty interesting. So you could still play Xbox games and stuff like that on PC. However, I mean, there's some recompiling tools and stuff like that that came out with the release of Sonic Unleashed, for example. So yeah, is it really going to be that big of a deal? Probably not. And plus, emulation is getting absolutely insane nowadays. I mean, you can emulate Xbox 360. You can even emulate PS4. I saw people playing Bloodborne and it runs really, really well. I haven't tried that myself yet, but I gotta say, guys, the technology that we're seeing nowadays has come so far that the backwards compatibility system here doesn't really look quite as impressive, if I'm being completely honest. But I mean, there's two big things: the backwards compatible games, the physical games. Well, I mean, technically three things, right? And then you also have to pay online to play Xbox. Now, will Xbox drop this requirement if, like, let's say, for example, your system is running Windows 12? Let's say it's Windows 12. I'm not really too sure what it's going to be running. It could be running Windows 11, but it could be running, like, a heavily modified version of this system here. But I gotta say, guys, at this point, it just seems kind of archaic to have the Xbox dashboard and stuff like that. I know it looks alright, but we need like a whole redesign, kind of like what Sony did before. But it just looks kind of bland in comparison to, whatever Sony is doing. And even Valve too. If you look at Steam OS in big picture mode, it looks awesome. So, I mean, the pay to play online, we have to see if that's going to go away. Hopefully it will. And another thing as well is that Sony is also releasing their games on PC as well. So if this is a Xbox PC hybrid running Windows, will you be able to play games like Last of Us 2, like Spider-Man 2, like God of War, like Horizon on an Xbox system? I don't really think Steam or Valve would really allow PlayStation to be like, oh hey, don't let Microsoft users play the game on this platform. I don't think they would do that. Again, I wouldn't put it past them to do it, but I gotta say, guys, that this is a huge shock. The biggest issue that I have with this, in my opinion, is that there is no physical games here. And one other thing about physical games as well, since Donald Trump, he has initiated tariffs with many different countries, it does look like physical games are going to be hit by those tariffs as well as graphics cards and gaming systems as well. So how expensive this is going to be, I've heard prices from $700 to $800 American in USD, but I think we will see here, guys, for the next gen console. Like I said before, I am fairly happy with how Microsoft xCloud works. I think Microsoft should really be focusing on doing that instead of going ahead and making consoles. Because here's the thing, guys. I mean, they literally said that you don't need an Xbox to play Xbox. I mean, you can see right here, you have Amazon and Amazon, Microsoft. They like made a bundle that you can buy the Fire TV stick and you get Game Pass or whatever. So why is Microsoft still bothering with hardware? I'm not 100% sure, but I am very excited to see where this PC console hybrid is going to go, because honestly, it seems like it's going to be a win, especially with PC gamers, especially if this is open, guys, and you can play old games because you can play so many old games on PC. Unfortunately, they don't always work the best. Sometimes, you have to deal with crashes and you have to download fixes and stuff like that. So, how much of a console is this going to be and how much of a PC is this going to be? If it's running Windows, I would pretty much consider it to be a gaming PC, but what kind of console features will it have? The Xbox dashboard that definitely needs a redesign, like I already said, or will it just be like something that we will see like on Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S, and they won't really bother to change the system here. I think that that would be a big mistake, especially for next gen. But yeah, guys, I mean, honestly, I think this is a pretty good idea from Microsoft. I don't really know how it's going to be working out in execution. But honestly, it does seem like it could work, especially with a lot of these gaming PCs being very, very expensive. Now, for an example, okay, so my gaming PC basically cost, I think $3,000 or something like that when I first built it, right? The PS5 Pro is basically almost as good, if not a little bit better in some situations. Sometimes PC is better, sometimes PS5 Pro is better than my gaming PC that I spent like $3,000 on. So, I mean, is it really that big of a deal to me? I don't really care too much because I mean I have the openness of PC. But if Microsoft goes ahead and they can combine the PC and console interface to a point where it becomes like seamless, kind of like the Nintendo Switch, that would be amazing. And I think this is probably going to be Microsoft's final console here. The Xbox One and the Xbox One family of consoles basically sold more than the Series X. So I think this is basically Microsoft's last hurrah here. Again, like I said, guys, I mean, physical games. Unfortunately, this console is going to be all digital from the rumors that we're hearing. I would love to be wrong about this, but it definitely does look like they're leaning towards more of a all digital future with their success in Game Pass and all that stuff. But yeah, guys, I mean, what do you guys think about this PC hybrid console? Please let me know in the comments down below, and I will read all your comments because I'm very, very interested to hear people's opinions on this console here, guys, like this console PC hybrid. And what do you guys think about the handheld as well? Like, I mean, I didn't really talk about it as much just because we already know what it basically is, so doesn't really matter too much. I mean, it's a cool little thing that you can have alongside your Steam Deck and ROG Ally or whatever, but yeah. Alrighty, guys, that's going to be it for me for now. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, guys, have a good one. Peace.